My name's Dustin, the choreographer for Matilda the musical. This show is about standing up for what's right. It's about fighting against forces that are seemingly too large to overcome. It helps us realize that we have the power to write our own story.
Space yourself out, find some places, have the space to learn. I don't think you'll need it.
In Revolting Children, the students in Matilda's class have realized just how powerful they are, and that they have the ability to change the environment around them, the whole world around them.
So, raise number 1. Okay, it starts with stepping out to your right leg and putting up your dukes. Put up those dukes. Okay, then you're going to push off your right foot and do a little catch step and go this way. It's a lot like a dab, but it's not a dab. 6, 7, we are revolting children living in revolting times. So the first few, you need to make sure you anticipate da-da-da, da-da-da, and then this one you have a little bit more time to just go bop.
It's the song from the show that most people remember. It's sort of the climactic moment, so I really wanted to make sure that it had that epic feel. The song itself is called Revolting Children, so it already brings to mind images of kids misbehaving, but in the context of the story, the audience wants that. They want the kids to rise up and revolt. What I was thinking about is how to have that feeling of it being sort of chaotic, but still feel like safe for the kids in the audience. You know, hopefully they'll want to jump up and start revolting too. The big shtick in this number is the school desks. In order to, drive the image home that the kids are now in control, they are moving the desks around the classroom and climbing on them and jumping off of them, and so to sort of build it in a way that looked chaotic but was very carefully planned out, so it can be consistently the same every time. That was probably the biggest challenge. I've definitely given some really athletic choreography. I didn't hold back at all, and they have risen up to the challenge. I'm very proud of the whole cast. But there's a little bit of a learning curve. So obviously anyone can throw their hands in the air, but there's a few other moves that they're going to need to practice before it looks effortless. The one that it's called an over the top, where they brush and lift one leg in the air and lift the other leg up and around it. Much easier said than done. I think they hate me a little bit for putting it in, but it just makes them work harder. I want them to feel, justice has been served. Finally, these kids who have been through so many hard experiences get to have a little fun and be kids. I want people to feel like they have the power to change their own lives, to stand up against their own bullies. And, maybe it's time we all need a little revolution.